is the white. And you notice I didn't just jump right on it right now. I'm letting it just sit there for a minute. I want it to go down to about 1,500 degrees. And so using porcelain and other delicate clays, that's kind of what you do. You don't push it on the top end. You let it cool down, but you can still get the response of your ferric chloride and your fuming. And later after this exercise, we're going to do black glaze, fume it with ferric chloride, then we're going to fume it with stannous. So there's a whole lot that we're going to be coming y'all's way. Now,
so again, see how there's no hurry. Everything's going forward. Oh wow.
Put a square down with some shavings. I had a can of, you see how nice it's going? Now what I do is I go back and highlight certain areas that I want to put a little bit more luster on. Okay, now I've got that.
One's right there.
Yeah.
There, yeah.
Yeah, I like, see how subtle the light top is? I really like that. I'm going to put just a little bit more right there. And we'll wait a minute and it should get a nice crackle on it. But you see how it went from Gary's to really warm and bronzy, and when it cools down, it's going to be somewhere in between the bright and what you see. And a lot of the colors that you see here, instead of them being dark, they're going to be real intense yellows and such like that. So the colors come back, but they're deceiving when they're hot and they start to cool. They're different colors, just like the little yellow texture pot. And we didn't put a whole lot of shavings, and that can's a little bit big, so I'm gonna leave it for maybe a couple of minutes.
So one of the things what he was just telling you, reds don't really even pop until they get down to between 400 and 300 degrees. So it won't be red until it's that cool.
In fact, I'm going to leave that in there, and I'm going to process the. I'm going to leave that in there, and I'm going to process the frog. Okay? And this sawdust is white. I mean, it's wet. And she asked me why I had white speckles on my yellow pot. It's because the oxygen, the moisture had too much oxygen in it, and that's why I got the white specks at the bottom of the pot. She said she liked the way it looked. I kind of go, I'm thinking I ain't got control of it. I don't like it. Is there any better dryers on there? No, we can't run around. This is fine. This is all we need. This is all we need, baby.
You want that one or this one?
That one. How many are convinced you're going to go home and make you a little sand table?
I'm a believer.
Yeah, it didn't take us for about 50 years to figure that out.
Thank you.
Okay, wait. I just remember this frog. I'm going to try to pick it up. I might drop it and break it, but if I do, I don't have to take it home. Turn it yellow. Have y'all realized how nice and even both these kills are firing with those wafers around the shelf? That'll give you a special pump in your heart when you got a pretty piece in there and you look and come out. You feel like you're going to have a little better chance. I do an awful lot of creatures. I think y'all saw the other night that I made a rooster and I started on an alligator. I do turtles. I do anything that I have come in contact with and had an experience with, because I always remember the funny side, something that was really neat about it. Now watch how this will highlight it. And these are going to turn chartreuse and yellow. Hey, I tell you, it's like I told y'all the other night when I go duck hunting, the only thing I've noticed is after 40 years of doing ferric chloride, I don't need a flashlight. You see how nice and sparkly it's getting and bronzy? These are really cool.
These are really cool. So that was the problem. It was already glazed, right?
Yeah, so let's pull, yeah. The only reason they're already glazed is because we had to fly on an airplane and it would rub the glaze off. So we pre-fired to lock it in on the surface. Let's see what we got here.
What glaze is on there?
Commercial glazes.
Oh.
Yeah, see the nice, look at the warmth. Come up here, look. See how
Right away.
nice, see how nice that, I mean, I think it's nice. Hell, y'all might think it's ugly, yeah.
It's awesome.
You see how nice the crackles are?
So just to confirm, you have the commercial glaze with the clear crackle over it, right?
No, I'm glad you wanted to say it. I never put a clear glaze over my colored glazes.
Thank you.
What I do is I draw with the rubber nipple, and it gets to be real fluid and really fun. And I don't dig the clay out, I compress the lines. So it makes, it's like having a stop guard right there to where you could see how the neat little tight crackles all gathered right there, and it wasn't able to develop any stress and go crazy. And then a lot of times if I accidentally with my brush get glazed in that recessed area, I take my brush that I'm glazing with on the other end and whittle it down to a nice strong point, and I go back and I dig it out. It takes me a day and a half to do these pots, and people say I'm crazy, but I kind of like old movies, and I got a little air-conditioned studio, and I got all the little amenities that I need, and I sit up there like an old pathologist looking at them old movies and glazing away. And as long as I've been doing this, that's a pretty pot. There's good juju out here, that's why. That's 90-pound juju. But when it cools down, y'all are welcome to pick it up and look and do it.
I know you said you used to use Dunkin'. What do you use?
Fair question.
Now that I don't have Dunkin', I'll think of the name in a moment. I think it's
Next one. Take up the next one.
But Amoco is your best that they have a beautiful variety of bright colors, and I think you can find the colors that you want there. But what I would encourage you to do is get the most garish and brightest colors you can, because that ferric chloride, when it's mixed properly, which that is just right on the money, you see what a warm bronzy look you get. So it kind of completes that that monochromatic color scheme, not mono, analogous color scheme.
What's the ferric chloride?
No, it's 7-to-1. But if y'all have to get the crystal form, Drew said that he used 4 ounces to a gallon of water. And in these containers back here, it looked really rich and really dark, like what they were using for the etching process. And so I just diluted it 7-to-1 like that. And listen to me, this is the most important thing I'll say. You have only, you can't go too much over 1-to-7 ratio. It gets so strong to where it'll splatter, spurt, and it'll make little not happy spots on your surface. So you're better off having it a little bit lighter, spraying a little bit longer, and having a nice rich bronze, okay? But you'll challenge me on it when you get home. You'll go over the fire. You'll see what it is. And you're gonna go, well, shit, indeed, I shouldn't have done that. But so y'all just, let's see what our little frog goes to. Now, what he'll radically change in color, and these spots are yellow, and the frog is chartreuse, but we'll let it cool. But that's what we did.
Nice. Beautiful.
Any questions?
So cool.
I guess the main thing is I'm using commercial glazes. I'm using my black glaze and I'm using my clear glaze. So there's 3 different glazes that are on there. Now, you notice right at the first, I told you, do not use ethylene cyanide and tertiary boron, all right? Because if I did, then that glaze has a tendency to run and it'll screw up my bright colors and won't stay in the line. When I look in my kiln, like that one right there, I looked in there, I saw that these were glossy and I saw that this was still waxy, and I wanted to get that glossy, and so I just fired it up a little bit, but I didn't have to worry about any glazes crossing over or running or anything like that. The 80-20 dirt clay and custard, man, it doesn't run. It just doesn't run. You can paint it all the way down to the bottom, and you'll be real pleased, and it won't leave a mark on your shelf. There again, that's all visual training as opposed to looking at those damn parameters. If you want to screw up a pot, you use the parameters to fire it, and you're going to be sucking on the wrong air hose. My pot cracked. It didn't take me 58 years to figure out what damn little sliver on top. Now, so I'm going to start right now.
Any automotive paint store, any Sherwin-Williams or paint store they'll have it. The thing is, with ferric chloride, it eats through metal. Those have no metal where the ferric chloride touches. That's why you want to use it.
Yeah. You see how simple it is. I wasn't bending over. I wasn't using newspaper. I wasn't, Jesus Christ, it's simple. But I have absolute control of how long it's going to fire and how dark the carbon will be. And I'll leave this so y'all can see. I'll leave it for about 2 minutes. And if somebody will time me at the end of 2 minutes, I'll burp it. My buddy told me that he likes me to burp it every now and then so y'all can see maybe a double crackle. And it does look nice on your piece. But when you're firing one piece at a time and you work like this, you've got total control. And it's amazing how much you're going to learn by working one piece at a time and having control from the beginning to the end. You walk away and there's not been a hiccup in your learning process. And it locks in and it sticks with you a lot more.
To me, when I was a functional pot, and I decided I was going to start doing one-of-a-kind pieces. So I was only going to do one-of-a-kind pieces if I could, this is my goal, if I could get 99 out of 100 to turn out. Okay? And that's no bullshit. I mean, I can usually get 99 out of 100 with my pots in my chamber, which are designed to do what I want to do. And that's another thing we've seen is everybody's kind of throwing things in a big reduction chamber. It takes every bit of control, out of your repertoire if you do that.
If you'll remember not to let your reduction chamber exceed 2 inches around your piece. All right, let's see. Now, it's got a nice crackle around the rim, and they're really small. They're like anywhere from 1/4 of an inch to 3/8 of an inch. And y'all are welcome to come up and look at them, but I'm gonna pull it off. We're gonna see. And you go see at which one is what,
And you're going to pull it waxy?
sometimes I pull it glossy, sometimes I pull it glassy, depending on